High school. About the event, remember Kevin Hernandez, a couple of people came in and spoke to us. At the
Good
very
morning,
beginning, and then
guys.
went to the post.
Call to order 9:30.
About the big event,
4
that they're
a.m.
putting together.
Roll
Let's talk
call.
after this. Let's talk after this, because that.
Rosa,
No, I'll send you.
Mr. Gary. Yes. Ms. Beth Sanchez. Here.
I have an agenda.
Wallet. Mr. William Perez is here, and Hector will not be joining us today. You guys want to add anything into the order of business? And I think I do. I want to make an addition in regards to Hector's comments about changing the time, so I'm gonna go ahead and add that. I guess under new business,
That'll be 7 A.
yeah, let's do 7A.
So motion to add time change to meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Okay. Aye.
Thank you, guys. Anything else you guys want to do? Anything else on there? Want to add on? I left it really basic, just so we kind of like, regroup
Yes.
from the last time.
Mhm.
All right, perfect. We'll go ahead and move on to public comments. Welcome, how are you? Do you want to share anything with us or just gonna?
I've been in a few meetings, but never actually the whole entire thing, so I would like to get involved with the mental task force, so I filed out my application
Yeah.
and after this meeting, I'm gonna go see, contact, person I have to contact to see if you can. But I mean, the thing, my challenge is that I don't really in this in place, I think like right next to it, same zip code, but just, everybody keeps saying it might not be an issue.
No, it's not gonna be an issue. He just doesn't have anybody.
There,
We would have let him allowed to live in this country. He has a restraining order.
there you go.
What is your name?
Yanni Espinosa, GANI.
Oh, am I in the record saying that?
I'm the secretary and I take notes. My name is Bas. Welcome. What's your name again? Bas. B-A-Z.
And I thought it was gonna be
Like La
a
Paz.
very laid back
Like
meeting,
peace.
Rosie wasn't here, but I guess not. Gary's still here.
I got it.
As long as the last
I'm
name
just
sounds better.
kidding, Gary,
Right.
it's not. Let me apologize publicly.
Public apology.
Accepted.
Accepted? Accepted, guys. All right. Well, welcome, and we're excited. Hopefully, everything works out. Adoption of minutes. Anybody? I reviewed it. I think everything was spelled correctly.
Ah. No, we're the
That's
first.
That's because somebody was, I didn't see anything there that was, but. This was right before the
November.
event, so this was, when was it that we met? October? Yeah, my short-term memory is not going well, and the long-term isn't any better.
No, it's
It was September.
September 25th.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was,
there
because
is
the
one.
other ones were,
Oh, then October 16th.
yeah, because we did the special call, like. You know? There, we did there. All right. Motion to approve adoption of minutes.
You do that much.
Because we had two meetings, we had the regular one, and then we had the special call one. We did a lot.
We did.
I
Well,
jammed
you were
packed
in
it.
Hawaii.
Hey, what are you talking
We
about?
did.
Oh.
That's just jealousy.
So, that came from her soul.
What year did she remember that? She held this one for 2 months. For 2 months. Just to get say it right now.
Hawaii.
Wow, that is some bitterness.
You think
I
I'm
make a
Rosie
motion.
going to me?
I make a motion to approve the minute.
I second, all in favor?
Aye.
All right. So guys, little round of applause for ourselves. We got through the first event. We did it. How? I still don't know how.
Yeah, you want to talk about, you want to
Let's do a
ask
little,
people 3 up, 3 down?
let's do
yeah.
that. That's awesome.
Well, first thing was, we had a lot of volunteers this seemed to help us set up, which was great. A lot of folks, so the volunteers, the community really stepped up. Senator Rene Garcia giving us the stage and showing up and sharing his story was amazing about his nephew. The first responder, the wife of the first responder.
Yes.
The laser tag was a
Hit.
hit. I didn't know it was gonna be a hit. I thought it was not gonna be such a, I go, whatever.
No.
It was a hit, and it's so good that we're stealing it for the reindeer run.
Really?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
And but overall, I thought it went really well. Things we could improve upon. We need more people to help set up.
Yes.
And there was only one capable male that could set up early in the morning. And there was 5 female bosses.
I literally would give him like 5 different tasks. And he's like, I haven't even completed the first one, which one's a priority? I'm like, they all are. Like, I need this all done like now.
That's right.
But I think I have so like I've already been brainstorming, and I think that if we start like at the beginning of the year and getting even like the date confirmed and all of that, keeping it within the October month, I think it was really well doing the whole pumpkins. We already have the vendors. I've already gone in other organizations that didn't participate this time around from my lines that were like, oh my God, we saw it, we want to be there. So what, we got about almost 30 vendors. I completely foresee that we'll get at least 40, 50 vendors.
I know, this is gonna grow.
It's
I
gonna
mean, I think there was a
completely
lot of excitement, a lot of buzz.
Yeah.
I think the vendors we had there, I know they're all coming back. They
They're all
enjoyed
coming
it.
back.
They're
They
all
really
enjoyed
did,
it.
yeah.
They all felt good about it. It was a beautiful day.
I got
And
really.
and I think,
Did I manifest though that it was gonna be cold, it was gonna be windy, it was like, it's gonna be all the
it
things.
was there was a weird wind gust
It
going
was, because
on.
it was fall, we welcomed fall.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
And this year, and it's gonna be even better, we're gonna get a cold front that week.
And it'll just only top over one time randomly, remember?
Right.
Remember? It was-
Going again.
Yeah, it was like just that one.
So with that said though, like that was our biggest hurdle, right? But we had to prove ourselves. So we didn't have the funding, we didn't have the money, we didn't have anything. However, this time around, we're definitely not gonna charge $100 per table, because that is not enough to cover everything. So I feel like now we've proven ourselves. It's an event that they, like, I reached back to a lot of my friends that had the tables. I'm like, did you guys find it worth your time? And they're like, yes, we actually did engage with the community. There were people passing by. So I got good feedback, and they're like, we want to participate next year. And I think that if we are able to charge $250, right, at least to cover the $100 of the tent and get that set up for us. That's gonna be a big hurdle for next year to be able to pay. We'll be able to have the funding from the vendors, from the tables, and then get the tents and the tables set up for us next year. So we don't have to worry about that. We'll still have the volunteers, because that would be great, but not to.
They don't have their own tent?
A lot of,
Don't.
Wow.
and even if they do, what I found is they don't wanna carry it with them.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Like, and I get it. I'm a vendor and I go and I'm like, man, I don't wanna take it out of my car, put it out there by myself. A lot of them were like women that were by themselves. So they didn't wanna have to do the whole process. So they needed that help. So I think that is definitely the key component, is that we're gonna ask for a little bit more. I think 100 was fair for the first time.
Right.
We've proven ourselves. I think 250 would be realistic. It's still not too much, but it'll cover the $100 for the tent rentals, and it'll give us that little extra push for whatever additional that we might have to get for the second time around to be a little bit better prepared.
I mean,
For
250,
future.
that's quite a jump. 250.
But that's because the rentals, well, when I got the quote from the guy, he told me that it was $100 for the tents, just the tent.
What guy?
The rental guy that
I
we
will
spoke to.
mention, it does depend.
Was this
I think
the
it-
guy who does the
The farmer's market?
farmer's market?
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't charge.
He didn't charge.
When it's, no, I think
No.
you guys might have worked on quote. I don't remember if you guys ended up confirming a vendor or not.
No, we
But the
wait.
farmer's market donated some then?
No.
No, the farmer's market donated 5 tents. I
they
picked them
did.
up. I
Oh,
picked
that's
them up.
the- that's
We
the one you-
destroyed one.
That's the one that you
Oh,
picked
yeah.
up, yeah.
Yeah.
So
No,
they're good about like helping us out with events.
We need to
But I have,
we
like,
need
the
to
volume
reimburse
is
them.
a lot.
Yeah, we need to reimburse them
Okay,
because
so
we
let's
destroyed
not-
one of their tents.
However, when there's a big volume, like
Talk about
realistically,
cable.
I don't think you can rely on those donations, you're gonna have to
no, we
book a
have to,
vendor.
so that's what I
And
did.
the
I,
vendors are
they're
expensive,
expensive,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
especially because they're nice
called-
tents too.
I called the vendor and I was like, listen, give me quotes. There was one that was a little bit more expensive and I was like, listen, I don't need that. Give me the least expensive, just so I can cover the
Yeah.
vendors. And the least expensive was $100 for per tent rental. That is what the going rate is right now. I called 3 different companies. And they were,
Buy one.
Bill, just so you have
Yeah.
the reference, though, I think it's, do you know how for the 5K? I don't know if you remember, the tents that we get are really nice. for 5K.
Yeah, they
They're
look
like
like,
feet,
yeah, they look
They're like, they put them down and they stake them to the ground, they make sure that they're like set up.
exactly,
So that's what you're paying.
correct. And that's what he told me.
Yeah,
He's like,
I get
we will be there. We will set them up for you. And then at the
Yeah.
end, we come back and we pick them up. So you and I are now there sweating and like, that's what we're paying for. The
Yeah.
convenience of having it set up. for
And
the
they're like
vendors.
the very sturdy tents.
That's what
They're
he
not
said.
like little.
Yeah, but so
You
we're
are
not
the
gonna
one-
go around that we have to assume that cost, that like the next time around with the participation fee for the table. And I think $250 is very reasonable, because I asked around the
That's
most of the providers. And and they're like, no, $100 was too cheap, like that, it was too, and they understand that. And I feel like most of these companies have a budget of $250 at least to get a table at an event. I don't think that's too
Okay,
much.
all right, so let's do a motion right now to approve 250 for the next event.
We could start doing that. Like, I also, like, I know we're not all here, but like, I would definitely want to start considering and like, obviously asking you first, like, what does the town have for next October? If we
Yeah.
could keep it within that same weekend and just kind of
Yeah.
make it like a thing that
I
we
think it's
already
a
put it in
great
there.
idea to start putting. on.
Yeah, let's do
Yes.
that, let's do it right now. We need
Especially
to,
when it
a
comes to like
a
park
flag.
space, 'cause I
Yeah.
think you guys may have had a conflict of like other
Yeah,
people.
well, they had their
Yeah.
event that morning.
So if
and
you guys
it
are
was
on
a
the
lot.
calendar,
Yes.
it kind of. hooks
And
everything.
I am okay with keeping it that same week or whatever it was,
Okay.
and then obviously making it sense for the town ahead of time, and that's it, we're there, we can put a motion,
So let's.
get the date.
So before that, we will do again a fall festival, we'll continue the
Correct.
same, I think.
So,
I think
for moving
it's
on,
fine.
so we'll put like the motion that we will
Yeah.
continue doing our annual mental health fall festival to raise awareness and it'll evolve, you know,
Alright,
as we
so
continue to
I'm gonna
grow.
make a motion that the Mental Health Fall Festival be an annual event run by the Mental Health Task
I second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Force. Aye. I make a motion that, okay, that was a motion.
I make a motion that pause learns how to, I'm just gonna type fast.
I'm doing
She's
something.
gonna throw the computer.
I'll write down the motion.
Oh, did you see that animosity? Ooh.
When?
In a month, he will be the secretary, and he's fine.
Keep it up.
Ah.
I think I'm gonna take on
Keep it
some
up.
other, I don't think I'm allowed to be, I'm not allowed to be an officer on one of my committees.
Well. if
Hey,
you step
yes,
down
I
in
is.
enough-
Ah.
I'm using that as an excuse.
The other thing
So-
to make a note of,
Mhm.
we should need to rent the generator.
Exactly, that's
There's-
another thing.
There's a
That's
generator.
additional
down.
funds that we will get from those
What?
tables, like let's say the additional $150 is like, I wanna have enough time that the vendor, for example, and I think that. This gentleman that helped us out last time that Officer Amador brought in, oh my God, Oscar, what, I can't.
I don't know.
No, the.
For the sound
Food
system?
truck,
Yeah,
food truck guy, Oscar,
Okay.
that he was such a great resource, he brought the laser tag, like, I would really wanna continue using, and he has a person that we can rent all this stuff for and get like a good deal, so that
Oh, they want to put-
I would
Yeah.
wanna give it all to him to help us coordinate, he already knows how to
Yeah.
put these events together, he does it for the town. So then, those $250, I know it seems like a little bit a jump from 100, but that $150 like little jump is gonna cushion us to rent the generator, and we won't have those conflicts next year. I also would like to step it up and see if Renee Garcia will wanna participate again, he really loves he's really a big mental health supporter.
Oh, he said, I'll
I
have
don't
her.
know,
Oh,
yeah.
That
and-
shouldn't be a problem, yeah.
and I feel like he should come back again next year as well, and then we can also get the rental ahead of time.
Yeah.
And like all that stuff is gonna be so much more streamlined because we now know where to go. And it's just a matter of like, okay, so now we know what it is, what we're doing, and then now working more of the,
Okay,
like.
so my
sponsorship.
next,
Yeah,
my next
set on the date, and
my
then
next
that way
mo-
he can be contacted.
And what do
Renee
you-
can be
And really
contacted.
for any speaker you guys are thinking, like if you want good speakers, I think booking them in advance helps you.
So the
To make sure
motion,
you can have them there.
so now we can actually make things happen. So the motion is to raise the amount to 250. I like to make that
For the
motion
basic one, yeah.
for the basic,
Mhm.
for the lowest tier. Do I get a second?
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, and
Your
now
brain
let's
does
look
it.
at it, let's look at a date, let's look at a date.
That's what I
Let's
was
pick a
looking
date.
at, so.
October 18.
Yeah, right, that would fall again on that same. Weekend, if
That's
that's,
a Saturday.
that's a
nice.
Saturday, so it will be October, and then we can start promoting it so much ahead of time. October 18th,
Can we just
2025.
double check on it? 'Cause
From
I had
10
regional
a.m.
Affairs meet and they started setting dates.
Perfect,
So, yeah.
exactly, and it'll give you guys time to make sure to coordinate, there's just
Yeah.
more conflict with, and if we have to move it to
18th,
the,
from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. again.
I think that was perfect.
That was perfect.
Like the
Yeah.
18th.
The 18th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. I think
So I make a motion to make the fall festival October 18th, 2025. From 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Veterans Park.
And there's
Any
no
second?
school-
I second the
There's
motion.
no school,
Aye.
nothing though, they like holidays or anything, I'm just asking because.
Yeah, no, I was looking
Okay.
at that, usually that's nothing, and then,
Yeah.
the only thing is Halloween. But then that way we're not dealing with any Halloween
Yeah,
events,
your
which would be
I get
taking
it.
place on the
Okay.
25th, so that way we're not, oh, the mayor's gala, I know it's always done, I don't know, but I don't know if that's gonna continue happening, but I know that that was
I
a
would
conflict
assume,
within
but I
that.
think that's.
That's a night, that's a
September.
totally, that's a night, and that's a totally different
Perfect,
location.
and
That's
then
our
all
Friday.
night,
I
and then in
would still,
September.
I would still caution in terms of doing things the same day because I
Yeah.
feel like the like we're a small.
They're not gonna
town,
go
and
to
we'll still
two
be able
things.
to a million things.
Yeah.
But yes, I think anyone.
Well, I think it's totally
This is
different because
September.
to go to the mayor's gala, you gotta shell out
But if
$100
you
per
make
person.
that argument, then that's the case for every single event. Like, it doesn't make sense for committees to be stacking same events on same days. Like, I don't know, I don't think that that's a good. I don't think
hear
it's
you.
sense you.
It's a totally different audience.
But also,
It's a
I
totally
also
different
think it's in
audience.
September.
But I also,
think it's
yeah, I was gonna say,
September.
I think
I
it's
think
in
it's end of
September.
September because the reason I thought that is because when we were originally gonna do it, we're gonna do in September
Mhm.
Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, so I think that was one of the conflicts.
Yeah, they do it before the end of the
And they
fiscal
do
year,
it the first
so you
year.
would do it beginning of. the
Beginning of
fiscal
the,
year.
so we're good. So we're October 18, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. I think that's perfect.
The motion on the table, all those, you gotta say all those.
All those in favor? Sorry.
I'm gonna start putting it on.
Taz voted early.
What time is the event?
We,
Same as-
10 a.m. to 2 p.m. I
10
think
to
that's
2.
plenty, and then everybody gets there by 8 a.m. to set up. And everybody starts trickling off by 1:30, which is perfect. And then by cleanup time, everybody's going out by 2.
The only thing I found off was that the stage was really far away from, it was like a huge gap in between.
Yeah.
Like.
Probably is anticipating like a July 4th crowd, which
Yeah.
is not,
Got
so
it.
it could.
Yeah.
I will mention, no, I think that that was done strategically because you guys had the renaming of the pavilion.
The
We
pavilion,
didn't wanna
yeah.
clash with that, and I
We
think
had
there
to
was
be
also
away from
rentals.
all that area at that
Yeah.
day, and specifically,
Yeah.
so we were asked that we had to stay within certain perimeters, and then also, when we got there, we were gonna have put the tables much closer to the stage, but it was on the grass and it was wet. And a lot of people didn't wanna sit in the wet grass, so we kind of did it closer so that they could be closer with the people who were walking
To
in
the
the
path,
sidewalk.
to the path.
Through the path,
Okay.
exactly. So that was kind of like, and that was like a change of moment that morning. So we'll get better at it, you know.
We can send volunteers for hair dryers, so. Go out to.
You know, it wasn't too bad here because the music was playing, but we were far enough away.
Where it
we
wasn't
could
like
have
overwhelming.
conversation. Exactly.
Exactly, yeah,
And
and then
I-
people
I
could
think
go over there.
These folks want to be able to talk to people.
I wouldn't mind like bringing it just a little bit closer.
Closer,
Yeah.
right.
You have to make that long walk. from
Not
there
to stop too
Yeah,
long.
yeah.
Yeah,
Be
it's making
there,
it more like this, and
Yeah.
that's fine.
But
that's
the
what they-
music shouldn't drown out the voices
No, yeah.
of the vendors.
Correct, and I like where the vendors were set up, and I feel like we should continue keeping it
Yes.
like that, so that the pathway is there. It's also not such a long walk with them and their stuff and all
Now,
their.
you're next to the playground, which is
And you're
parents.
right there,
and stuff like that.
exactly.
Yeah, you have to,
Come.
it's easy to park things up because it's right next to the path.
So I think that was great where we put the pumpkins. The only thing would be that we will put the
I
stage
don't
just
even
a
know,
little
did they
bit.
move that stage? It's always been that spot. I don't.
Move it.
Move.
Just gotta let them know. We can just move it up a couple of feet forward. Exactly. And that will be, and then if we have our generator, we are gonna be golden. We won't have any issues. That's gonna be our prime thing is having that
Just have
generator.
to line it up beforehand.
Yeah.
Because
We'll have it, because then we'll have Oscar will be like, listen, just get us all the stuff. We'll pay you what it is, we'll have funding, and that's it.
It's locked up in the trailer there.
But this is, this is not something I don't think we can use it.
Yeah, you can.
We have a generator.
Now we do?
Also, it's not- yeah.
We had it. The
Yeah.
problem was that it wasn't the watch whatever.
No, no, no.
That he
That
required.
he required.
Oh, we have.
He's the contact.
We do have to, but even with two, it wasn't enough.
No, the second one, the one in the trailer is 12,000 watts.
That's,
Dual
we
fuel.
went to go look at it and it wasn't enough for what the DJ was
No, the
asking.
little one is, there's a
So
little
we
one. the
do
other one's
have
12.
one, 12,000?
We do have
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
I
yeah,
would
it's a
not go
great-
off of that because that's not what I remember the DJ saying it wasn't enough, whatever.
But it wasn't the 12,000.
I
The one that
understand.
he said it
No,
wasn't
no,
enough.
the one he was bringing was 6,000, whatever it was, little one.
My suggestion is gonna be don't go based off of that. A month or 2 months before the event, let's go, we'll
Right.
go look at it to make sure
Exactly.
that it's working and we can count on it.
Yeah.
If
And
not, then we go
but
plan
it's
B.
always count to
Yeah.
have that funding for the generator. If we save the money on it, perfect, but if not, we have that little cushion.
Yeah,
for it
let's just make note to check it together 2 months before the
To
event.
make sure.
So talking about the generator, so last time the town rented it, but it didn't go through, so we have to kind of cancel the rental, and then I did it on my own. I don't know if Gabby told you, so I have to pay. 'cause
So
it
you
didn't
paid
work.
it?
Yes,
So you haven't been reimbursed?
no,
Okay, so
but my point, yes, we can talk that about,
Okay.
but the point is, whenever we, just to put it in the mind of everybody, when we do decide to rent, whatever we did last year, this past event, it didn't work, so we'll have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
because
that's
I think
fine.
that was a
That's
very
the
last
thing.
minute thing.
We're not gonna go through it. We're gonna go through a vendor, like one of these places, and they're gonna bring it for us and set it up and take it, and
Okay.
we'll do that whole thing.
But that brings up a good point. Generally,
Yeah.
when we do these things in advance, we make sure to, you guys connect us with the vendor. Like you
Yeah.
first the vendor, you connect us with the vendor and I tell the vendor, this is what I need. I need an invoice. I need the invoice to
Like
me
with
out
the
to town
pumpkins,
of
like, it's gonna be
Miami.
like that. This
Yeah.
time it just happened to be
Yeah.
because
We only had like
We-
90
we-
days.
we had like 3 days to come up and we're like, we need a generator.
Yeah,
But it was not
And
gonna happen
definitely
like that.
Home Depot is not the best
No.
place.
no.
And they don't really work that well, apparently.
No, and also they have the capacity of the one we need. I think the DJ said that it was 10,000.
Right.
And in Home Depot is only 6,000. So
That's why you have to
ended up
have
renting
two.
That's what we
two
had to get to.
Yeah.
to
Oh,
meet
Yeah,
us.
so- And we're gonna have the vendor, we're gonna get it all settled
Yeah.
in 2 months in advance and we'll figure it out. But that's another good point, so, let's talk a little bit about just the reimbursements,
Yes.
if all vendors get paid, what's pending, we gotta get you reimbursed, all of that.
Yeah, that's
I
tough.
saw the invoice back there, I know the pumpkins got paid.
So just a general note, I will attach your budget every agenda, just so you guys can take a look at it.
We have a budget.
As of right now, I would not go based off of this. I know you're trying to see what number you're gonna give to the organization. But I wouldn't go based off of this, because we need to make sure that anything that was paid with credit card is
Taken
in,
care of. Got it.
and that may not be the case just yet. And also, for example, we still have to work on the reimbursement, so that's not shown.
Gotcha.
So I would give it another month, or maybe next agenda, you'll have your final number.
Did you show what we raised?
So yeah, contributions and donations is what you guys brought in, so 2,600, but I think you were at more, right?
No, I think that was
Okay.
about it, but I don't
Okay.
know, we should do like a little
Yeah,
recap.
we can go back and double check. I can also, I can go into more detail in this and check what contributes to that 2,600. And I
'Cause I
can
know
send that to you. if you
Last
want.
minute, we have Florida Blue coming in and all that stuff.
Yeah,
That's-
so it may not be on
that's-
our list and it may be
Exactly, it
more.
might be a little bit more just because we have those 3 last vendors that came out like the day of and they paid. So
I think they ever pay,
they did, everybody
Did they?
paid, I believe
They-
so.
because they're always late, I tell them.
I will mention,
It's true.
I know we were kind of very accommodating this year because it was the first year and we were
Exactly.
also,
We're
but
not gonna do
I,
It was quick.
I'm very much.
No, we have to have deadlines. If they
If
didn't do it by
payment is
deadline.
not received,
Mhm.
I will not honor you
I
as a
agree.
sponsor.
I agree.
Because we've had it in the past where people were really, yeah, we know them, and
And they don't.
then they show up, they get the benefit, and then they don't pay. And now we're like a year later and we still haven't received payment, so, yeah.
I agree, and I know we did it this time, we voted on it that day, we
Yeah.
were just like, let's give it a, just to have their name at the event or
Yeah.
whatever. Okay, perfect.
So do
then
you know
we'll
who the
update that.
last minute ones you, off the top of your head,
It
Florida
was
Blue?
Florida Blue, and wasn't it that karate place or something?
Okay,
And then there was, somebody that reached out to you guys directly, was it the library?
but that may have been a nonprofit,
That's right, because the library was a nonprofit,
yeah.
another lady or something like that, and you guys told me to reach out directly to you, but then I don't know if she ever really followed through from another.
Okay, and that's.
Company.
All of us have with that, any last minute vendors.
Mhm. Yeah, I'd have to go through the
So I'm
emails.
gonna pull the detailed.
So this is how much is left? This is our beginning for next year.
Yeah,
What
but half
about
of that,
the scout?
half of that.
Well,
Oh, that's what I was gonna say.
not really, because
Did you already put it
we
in
still
the-
have to put in your reimbursement, for
Exactly.
example. Yeah,
So we might have to give
and
them
we have to wait on
$10.
anything credit
I'm
card related.
ruining it all.
I was there, how much did you?
I ruined it all.
It gives you an estimate.
Sorry, guys,
I
listen.
don't
But
remember.
We
Omar,
paid,
Omar is the contact for the generator. He's the one who gave me.
You know, I know,
Yeah.
but we need to double check it anyway.
I think it was 114, I don't know.
guys, listen, let's be
Good.
positive, the
Per
fact that we
generator.
actually had money to cover the basics of this event out of nowhere.
Yeah, 'cause you guys
We're
didn't have
golden.
anything.
We didn't have to, we didn't like, we're not red in the red, so. We just might not do the whole presentation of giving the check to the Girl Scouts, because we're gonna look ridiculous, we give them $10, so we're just kind of like on the down low.
Just let me
Here's
know.
your money.
Was this the final figure?
No,
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 that's
she's
more
gonna
than that.
update
Yeah.
it, we're gonna update
Because I
it,
remember we talked before. We were really
yeah,
up and
so
up.
there might be a little discrepancy.
Yeah, I thought it was
there.
a lot higher than that.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
might,
wait,
and I
wait.
think it might be,
I
because,
thought it was double that.
and I probably
Yeah.
have one of your last
Probably
emails.
much higher than that.
You. I don't know, Gabby has the paper.
Here.
Or how much it was. Oh, okay. here. 112 each.
Okay, that's on public comment. I apologize.
You want me to send you a picture of the receipt or you think Gabby has it?
If you have the receipt, just in case, send it to me, like that we can start processing the payment.
Listen, I mean, if they get over 100, if they get $100, they get $100. I mean, that's.
Oh, no,
More than
I think
one.
you guys had. Hold on.
So I'm only.
Oh, you guys had a lot more.
We had a lot
You
more.
had a lot more, so that's, okay, so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I thought it was in the
So here's the
4,000.
thing.
He was
Whoever-
over, actually about 5.
Same thing with credit cards.
Yeah, yeah,
Whoever
it
pays
was
with credit
not-
cards, like, we need time to reconcile.
Yeah,
Okay.
So I would give it another month or two before
Okay.
you fully know your real
we
number.
really,
Yeah.
it was more, I know.
But yes, it was a lot.
It was five- it was almost 5,000.
Over 5.
I have 6,100.
All right.
You should be,
We should be fine,
Yeah.
okay,
We're
that
gonna be
makes it
fine.
more.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because that way we have some money for my next event that I wanna do, guys.
What?
Now this one, your next event?
No, we're gonna do one in between,
And that's not even counting the Florida Blue, the 400 from Florida.
you see,
Yeah.
so.
See joy on our face?
They came
No,
through.
but this one's gonna be
No.
so much easier to do, you guys are gonna love it, and we're gonna have, it's gonna be much coordinated.
Florida Blue.
It's gonna be
Florida Blue.
small.
Water balloon fight where we target you?
Yes,
I'm all for
Or
it.
that thing when you throw
Yeah,
the ball,
right.
you fall
Yeah,
into the pool.
That's right. That's the fun bit.
Yeah. We have to do it.
The dog tank, and she's the only one
And
in
it's
it.
only- Remember that tent?
Remember telling me 5 things to do at one time?
Remember those freaking 50 pumpkins you made me put in your trunk?
Florida
I
Blue.
just threw them out, by the way. I still have them, I was trying to give them out.
I have a 5-gallon holder of gasoline in the back of my truck. I know it's yours. I have to give it to you today. I've been carrying it for 2 months.
Yeah, I'll take it, I'm in a loaner right now, I gotta do my car service, I'm alright,
Mm.
I don't wanna leave it in the, I'll forget it,
I'll leave it. I'll take it for another month. Why not?
Okay. thank you.
I gave it a name.
Wait, we have to talk about that meeting too.
Wilson.
Should find a way to recognize a certificate to, Michael.
All right, so what's your new idea?
Yeah,
Sound system,
yeah, yeah, something like that,
so
we can,
put it in,
We
put
can
it,
do
make
that.
sure we get, give them a
um,
certificate appreciation.
yeah, we will.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to do with the Girl Scouts and all that, but then we had to wait because we couldn't do it like right away in this last council meeting, so we'll get geared
Yeah,
up to
with
do
the-
it for the next one. So that we can talk about it, she can have time to like put it all through, we have the correct money, we're
Yeah,
gonna
you
give
want
them.
He was
the correct-
there.
the check on it.
The correct money is important, and we can give him a certification, him and Oscar for coming through, like, just for helping us and really, you know. Like,
Because he was there, he
Supporting us.
really,
oh, he was,
Okay.
he was awesome. And then next year we'll be able to afford to pay him something. And he's
I
gonna
was
be our
promised anything
DJ,
to him.
he's gonna be our official DJ. He's
And
gonna
I'm
be-
sorry, the date was October 18th that you guys wanted to.
Yeah, from 10 to 2.
Still have the special. form. The minutes for the special. form.
Oh, I didn't adopt him. I'll do a motion after we're done.
October 16th.
Anything else that we need to like address? Like I think that. I think we did pretty well. I think we learned a lot. I think that we are gonna be way more prepared for next year. We have a date now, we have the things going, you know.
I
we'll
think
get
that
the
I would
sponsorship
like
forms.
for the registration table to
Yeah.
be like a little more formal.
Okay,
I can even do it.
Yeah.
I think that we should be one of us, or me, we could be there more.
it's set up already, like,
And more-
to the vendors and where they're going.
Right, but also to the community,
Okay,
like, welcome, this is Miami Lake, this is our task force,
got it.
here's what we do, this is, I mean, besides everything else, and the
Yeah.
kids can have fun, but also a more formal introduction to what we do to the people that attend it.
Perfect.
Even maybe invite them to the meeting, say, come this meeting, because when I was walking around, many people wanted to come.
Mhm.
So I think that even the vendors, they were
Mhm.
interested. So I think that one of the things that I would like to
Mhm.
improve will be that awareness.
And I think we will be able to do that because we're not gonna be so busy doing
Right.
all the busy work, like
Yes.
getting the generators and running to this, so. it's-
Also, if we
we're so
recruit
better
more-
prepared.
More volunteers that are
Mhm.
part of our team,
Mhm.
different, that we could do.
Well, that's another thing also that we have a limitation, and this is something that I'll have to present to council, because we only have right now that we are allowed to be 7 in our committee or in our task force, so it was brought to my attention because we did get a lot of people that wanted to join. So that could be one of the things that I go and I present to ask them to see if they can open up more
Yeah.
spots for our, but we were struggling to get 7, so that, you know, but now that we are, you see, like, being out there, people are like, oh.
Yeah,
let's
success breeds
participate.
success.
What about volunteers for that day? I think we had like a registration. We have to register people to volunteer at the event.
Yeah, we did it through the school with Barbara Gore, and I know the town had their.
Yeah,
their
we have a
volunteers.
link on
They
our
have a
website
link.
that we can open up for people.
Yeah.
Cause that could also, cause I invited everybody I knew and all my
Yeah.
friends came and was like, how can I help? And I was like,
Correct.
I don't know.
Yeah,
yet.
through the-
I mean,
yeah.
I will
Things
make
like
2
that.
suggestions for you guys, especially after we
Mhm.
had, our volunteers really, helped us this year with the Veterans Day Parade. They helped everything go smoothly. So 2 suggestions would be, one of the committee members, I think, should be like the lead for the volunteers and know all the tasks so that they're like coming to that one person.
we did.
Mhm.
And secondly, those student volunteers, you can also meet with them like a week in advance to
Yeah,
kind of
That
prep
would
them
be
for the
the
event.
best thing.
Okay,
is-
nice.
We can invite them to like a last subcommittee meeting of mental health and then get them a little more involved, or maybe two
And have like a
meetings if
game
you
plan,
want.
so that they
Yeah.
understand what's gonna be happening
Yeah,
the day
so
of.
it's a little smoother for that day.
Nice.
And then other committees, like other members are also very helpful. So if you ever want to partner with another committee, you can go to other committee meetings and let them know, hey, guys, like, you know, we need
Yeah.
adult volunteers if you guys are willing to help, and a lot of them.
Nice.
Which I went to like a couple, but I didn't get to go to a lot, I were canceled that week, it was, we didn't have enough time, right,
Yeah, yeah.
remember, so we did what best
It
we
was,
could.
it was Russia.
It was like, we made an event in 2 weeks.
We really did. We switched, you know, we switched
Somebody
gears.
in
and
the
we
building
created-
told me that
It was chaos.
you guys are awesome.
Oh.
That for being new and you guys have an event, that's rare here.
Yeah.
Might say, oh, yeah.
Now we're gonna have 2.
Well, you know, I think we've earned credibility
great.
with,
I'll brace you guys for the next, no, but the other one's gonna be super simple, I promise you.
I think we earned the credibility from the council and stuff.
Anything else that we might discuss, in terms of like old business or anything like that? If not, is it okay if I make the adoption of minutes for the special call meeting? Because I did not do that previously.
I'll second that.
All in favor? And then,
Your motion?
I did it.
To approve, or,
So I put a motion to approve the
yeah,
special
like
call.
second.
Yeah, just a second and all in favor. Okay, next one was, I know Hector mentioned in conversation that, the times of the meeting were becoming an issue for him, so I don't wanna like leave him hanging and not like address it. So that's what I wanted to add in there, kind of us get a vote for it and see if you guys wanna change the times to something else. I'm gonna be honest with you, for me, this is about perfect time, just because I don't have my kid, and it's much easier, afternoons, it gets a little bit more conflicted, but. You know, I'll
Well, I think the
make it
first thing
work.
is we need to ask IO what the times are available, what date and times are available for a meeting in the later afternoon, like 5:30,
If you guys
6:30.
give me a range of what you're looking for, I can look
I think
based
what
off
he
that.
had, was looking for is he wanted to do something like the same day, but like do it like at 3:45 or something like that.
Yeah,
that
that,
viable
there's
for
no
you, though?
conflict on that,
There's no conflict.
because
that-
the meetings
is
are
that-
usually in the morning or.
Is that viable for you?
Because I would just have to bring my kid with me, that's the
Oh,
only
that's
thing.
not big enough.
Cause I would pick her up at 3 and then I would just come here, like that's my only
Teach her the
thing.
ropes.
Yeah, she's been to a couple meetings already.
Yeah.
That would be my only thing. I can make it happen morning or afternoon, but I don't know. I know a lot of you have also children and
Yeah,
pickup
and
schedule, you have your
Wednesday,
work schedule, I don't
I
know.
finish at 3. That's
Okay.
perfect.
So I'll be okay if it's at 3, but I would also have to bring, maybe they can play together.
They can play together. Perfect.
Well, you're saying 3:45, right?
Well, that's what Hector had mentioned, like 3:45, because she gets out of school at 3. I mean, I'm right down the street. I would
Okay.
just grab her something to eat and then come here it's one time
What is it,
A month.
the third Thursday?
we are always the fourth Wednesday of the month, but we switched it out this one and the October one, right, because of the event and.
Right.
So here's
Are
a
you
question for
okay?
you, obviously, it's not gonna happen in December, because that's
We would-
Christmas, Day.
no,
You're
no,
not meeting in
next-
December.
Well, I wanted to ask them first if
Okay,
they want to, and then if not, I would want to initiate the change for January.
Okay, so let me know on this.
Yeah, I would discuss it and because I don't know, like Rosa's not here,
Yeah.
like she's also the vice chair.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we really do need to get her input, but at least we get an idea, like we're not like ignoring this guy who's like, hey guys, is there a
Oh, okay.
possibility, you
So
know?
you don't wanna do the change just yet.
I think.
No, we gotta wait till we get
Okay.
everybody's input.
Pero
What about the lady,
No,
Oh, the new member,
she hasn't,
you have,
Yeah.
honestly, I don't know, cause the applications are handled to the town clerk
Yeah.
office, so I
Right,
don't
yeah.
know.
Gina's, yeah.
Yeah,
and got you
It-
submitted
And
an
we had to drop off
application
and
He did.
I did,
to be part, and you will be okay meeting in the afternoon?
yeah. The problem is in the application, I put, you had to submit it, but you had to submit it with a date that I have done a meeting. And since I came, but you guys would cancel it, I just put that, and I told her I'll just change it.
yeah, I think they'll reach out to you and then you can just
Yeah,
let them know.
and I know that we have one spot open, right? Is
Yeah,
that
so
what it
right
was?
now
And then
the
other
open
lady, I don't know if
is-
they applied, but other people.
I
It's
can bring a lot of
Councilmember
video marketing
Fernandez.
to this thing, like ahead of time to start.
Yeah.
you know,
Actually,
awareness.
no. Hold on, so it's right now, each council member has one appointment. So
Correct.
that opening was from Councilmember Fernandez, who currently is not
Correct.
a council member.
Yeah.
So whoever fills that position, which.
So
confusing.
that's
I have to look at,
Very-
I have to see who.
Explain.
we have a big mess. Because the
I
house-
have to see who filled that seat,
Councilmember
and that's who takes
appoints
over
one
that.
person.
Only-
There's only 7 spots that they have appointed us, that we have available. I think, believe there's 6 of us at the moment. We only have 1 spot available.
Is it per committee or for just one person?
No, it's just that
JC
we
was-
got formed
J-
in our
JC was sworn in already.
committee, so that's one of
The
the.
new
things that
members
we
are
can
in, I just don't,
That next time that the
I always
council
get
meets,
confused as
I'm
to
gonna
what
go
seat is
over
what,
and
so I have to
ask
double
them
check.
if they would approve me to open up a couple more seats.
Got it.
So we're at least 10.
But councilmen will have one person per committee or one person for the whole?
it depends,
It depends.
it depends.
It depends
No,
on
for
the-
each committee, so if there's,
Rich committee.
you'll notice that
Yeah.
it's
Got
in.
Yeah, for each committee, and each
Yeah.
committee is different. I think like the elderly affair has like 20.
So each
members.
council member gets 3 appointments in 3 years, but this one is small, so they only get 1.
We only get 1.
So we are
exactly.
6 and that's it.
We don't have a councilman yet, right?
Yeah,
No,
asked-
we do,
We
we
asked
do.
about expanding that too.
So council member
Contact.
Garcia,
Council, yeah.
Angelo Garcia is the new council member that
Right.
took over, the Fernandez.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
So that's who you can reach out to.
Is that the one
See if
you know,
also
the
appointed.
name?
Yeah, Angelo.
Oh, I don't remember.
That's the only councilman I don't know if you're gonna go.
Well, he's new.
Hector,
He's new?
Yes.
Yeah.
gonna leave if
I
they
know.
don't change?
You sent me an
Yes,
email that
it's
Carlos-
Carlos-
the whole thing. So it's a lot of different
Yeah, I know.
components as to it. So that's why I did want to address
I'll
it
give you his
twice.
contact.
The majority of us are okay with doing it Wednesdays at 3:45, which is good. Now, the next hurdle would be,
There you go.
making sure that Rosa is okay with it. And if she is, then we can make the change effective January is what I would put in a
Right.
motion for next month. And I don't know if you guys want to meet next month or just leave it for January, because I know it's the holidays and people are busy.
When is it, the next one?
So the next one would technically
Well, it would
fall
be
on
the 25th,
Christmas
so we
Eve.
didn't meet it anyway.
Next
Yeah,
month, the
to the
Rich committee
18th.
says.
Can we move it?
Tell him Colonel Perez.
I'm here the
The
18th.
what?
Colonel Perez referred.
Yes.
Colonel Perez.
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to meet the week. of
I'll
the
text him, you
25th.
gave me his contact.
So I'm not sure
The 18th to move the meeting?
No,
What's
for
that?
December. Do you guys want to meet in December? Do you guys want to just cancel the
Let me see.
December meeting?
Well, hold on, I may be traveling to some country.
Oh, wait.
You know, I just came back from Argentina right after.
You
Hawaii.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you
and
have a
and I was gonna bring you guys some chocolates from Argentina.
Alfajor con
A favor.
leche.
Alfajor con dulce de leche. It's in my house, I forgot to.
So we need to meet next month to try that.
Let's see,
I
like
know.
going to France?
The Argentinian one are the best.
No, the eighteenth is clear. I'm not in any different exotic awesome country. Paris, oh yeah, I'm going to Paris next week, so.
Pretty much. I really, really want to go to Holland.
I go every year.
I know, that's why I'm jealous.
The last day of school is the 19th.
No
So
more,
what do you say, the eighteenth, this time?
I'm okay with this.
Chair.
For December,
This guy,
Motion
that sounds good.
to
Mario.
move.
I thought Mario was gonna win that.
Date of next month's meeting
Okay.
from
18th
December
December.
25th
December
to
18th.
December 18th.
Because I.
What, are we gonna continue 9:30 in the morning?
Yeah.
Yeah, for that
Okay, for
one.
now, yeah, so we
Presented
can,
by
Until we get,
William
until we get
Perez.
Rosie in.
I
Yes.
may have an
Second.
appointment, eye appointment at 10:50 in Pembroke,
You can
but
be
I'm not
early.
sure about that.
Yeah, we'll just make sure we get all our votes in that we need.
Yeah,
Doing motions early, that way we have a quorum for sure.
second word.
Motion, my documentation is already passed, but do the.
Oh, all those in favor?
Uh-huh.
Aye.
Aye.
Do I hear points?
You present,
Aye.
I seconded.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Nice.
like-
Sorry, guys, I'm
it's
getting.
so funny the way you vote, we all sound like parrots. Aye.
Okay,
Aye.
so we currently have 6 members and we have one new potential member, but we will have to ask for more.
Rose,
Spots.
yeah, exactly,
Okay.
yeah, and then for the next council, I'll make sure that when I present, that other event, with me,
Uh-huh.
that I also put in there.
Just tell us what are you
I
going to
already did, I've been telling you guys.
Oh, you haven't told us anything?
Nothing.
About the whole song.
December 10th is the next council meeting.
The thing inside here, right?
Council meeting,
See,
December
she
10th.
remembers,
So
maybe you
this
were
swearing in.
here.
Yeah, I was in
Yeah.
Hawaii or Argentina.
Oh, you
That's
were-
what I read.
I have to look at the calendar.
Yeah, I read somewhere, December 10th,
Yeah,
is swearing in.
Yes, December 10th swearing in.
Wait, when's the next council meeting?
There's
Present,
a,
it's in January. right?
for you guys to yeah, like it's the regular meetings we're gonna go back to that till January.
Correct,
And
yeah.
that's January 21st.
Correct.
Yeah, but you can present any time that idea and have them make it, they'll do a motion right on the dais and expand
The
it.
committees cannot, you have to go under your committee.
On my
reports.
committee, thing. Okay, so January
Oh.
21st is when I'll go and request more, anything you guys want me to request, put on the list, I can go.
You
ahead.
guys are scheduled, I believe I emailed all of you the calendar, but you guys are scheduled for the March 18th meeting.
Okay,
So just.
so not the
I
January
guess,
21st one?
no.
Perfect,
so
March
February, if you can come ready February to talk,
yeah,
have those details ready and then give me that so I can add it to the agenda for you. guys.
Perfect.
So what's this mobile, what?
okay, so we discussed the change of the meeting time, we figured out next meeting.
But we're not set on a
March.
different meeting time.
Perfect.
You guys will
No,
let me know.
no, we're
So
just
why
gonna
next
talk-
meeting in December, don't we talk about what we want you to ask for the task force during that meeting?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good idea.
So we can have a
100%
list of
council.
what we want.
I'll put that in the,
Okay,
I'll put that in the
gotcha.
agenda,
Okay.
so that we can
Is there a date for
discuss.
December?
What do you mean?
18th.
The
18th.
So you guys
Yeah.
wanna do it on the 18th, okay.
December?
Yeah,
We put in the motion already.
Yeah. Same time.
Yeah, same time, 9:30.
Yeah.
And then on that one, we'll start talking about what I'm gonna present to council, what our plans are for the following year, so that by
Yes.
March, I'm
yes.
ready to go. So the event that I had mentioned to you guys was about with Officer Amador, that he tried doing this event with the elderly affair, but because of the timing, it was always in the morning, didn't get a lot of traction. And it's basically educating the community as to what the police department is doing in terms of training. It's the IT Coalition. Hosby, she kind of runs this program and what they're doing differently internally with the police department on how to respond to mental health calls. So just kind of educating the community on that all the trainings that the police department is getting done, right?
Like what the presentation that they did.
Exactly,
Yeah.
something similar to that, but then I also wanted to take it, step it up to another level and, is have them, so he's already on board, he just told me like what day we're gonna do it, so they'll have the police department come, share what they're learning, what they're doing. what numbers, what can you call instead of 911 if it isn't a mental health emergency? So that they're, tell us how they're de-escalating the situation. And then I also want to bring in the mobile response teams that Miami-Dade County has through Thriving Minds. So Thriving Minds is an organization that's funded by Miami-Dade County, mental health, they provide mental health, or they provide services and also provide funding to nonprofit mental health organizations such as Citrus and the same ones that everybody goes to. And they have a program, which is the mobile response, in which if your family member is having a crisis and you don't want to call the police, you call them, they have a van come in and it's a licensed clinician who will come and assess the situation. And then they will do a whole intake process, and instead of making the situation worse for that individual and the family members who are already experiencing a mental health crisis, is like advising them where to go. And then they opened up this new facility called the Living Room, which is down here by Northwest 36th Street, which is kind of like an open setting for in the community that you can bring in your loved ones in there. So I kind of want to bring these people out, and they said yes, you know, to educate us, because I bet you a lot of you don't know about these
Is this
organizations.
our government fund?
You
Is it
were
gonna
here,
change when this guy gets
Bill,
out?
Bill, you were here. when I presented.
Yeah, so who's the target audience? Who's the target audience?
Everybody. Anybody who has if I have a mother and my kid has schizophrenia, like I could come here. If I am a mental health provider and I want to learn about that, most people don't even know that these agencies or these services exist, right? They don't even know that the police department is getting any training. Everybody has that mentality, oh, they're gonna come and they're just gonna shoot up my kid or whatever.
So,
So-
I mean, we wanna do this during the day, during the morning,
No,
right?
So-
What we wanna do?
no,
I
I want
wanna
to do
go
it in
back
the
to minutes.
afternoon, after work hours. That was the biggest conflict that Officer Amador saw. And that's another thing, is that once we change our times to the afternoon, if we do move forward with that, Officer Amador will be able to come to our meetings more often. Because he does have a conflict right now in the mornings.
Because the school.
Because, yeah, so then that way he can come in, we can invite him, and he can further explain on what he was trying to accomplish with the other committee. He saw that maybe the afternoon hours would be much better, like a 5:30 kind of thing after work, and we do it right here in town.
So we wanna contact providers, right? So you got that kind of.
I have the providers, I have the presenters and the speakers.
About the
Hold on.
educators.
So maybe, so we could get the schools to maybe come in, Hector and all these people can bring in
Hector
their
Bob,
referrals. Yeah, they can, the lady from Barbara Goldman, have them come. We have Baptist, I know Grace is really about, you know, promoting
Alright,
wellness here.
So we wanna pick a date?
So, sorry, in June 26th, we talked about this and
Correct.
we decided the name. There was a motion that the name was going to
Responding
be
with compassion.
Responding with Compassion Workshop.
Mhm.
And that it was going to be at 6 p.m.
Uh-huh.
here at
There
the.
you go. There you. I
Yeah.
love
Wow. I was gonna go with Don't Tase Me, Bro.
it.
Yeah, I remember that passion word.
Mhm.
That was a big key there.
But I like that one too.
That was your word.
Don't taste me,
We
bro.
could do shirts.
Don't taste me, bro. But it has to be bra. BRUH.
Yeah, that's right.
Um,
So I guess that was voted on, there was my idea.
it was voted on. So we had initially thought about doing that. I think it was January of this upcoming year, if I'm not mistaken. Because we were gonna do September, then we were gonna do one either November,
Yeah.
December. Obviously, that didn't happen. It's a lot. But we can probably get something scheduled for April, or we could even do it this year for Mental Health Month, which is in what is it, June? I forget, May. What am I talking about? May. We can maybe do this event, this workshop in May in observance of Mental Health Awareness Month. What do you guys think?
Yes, somewhere for, oh, in between the other.
Yeah,
one.
so then we have
To give
something
us
in
time
May,
to go.
which is,
Yeah,
and then we have in October, which is like Mental Health World Day, so kind of like, and we have the first quarter and the last quarter covered, and I think that's good.
That
for
looks
us.
good, that looks well. So when in May, what day?
that we can gather maybe new vendors, different vendors, additional
Yes,
vendors.
and then I'm gonna reach out to like the mental health providers, and again, guys, I know that we will need money and stuff
Or
like that.
Do the class, we do it,
In the-
I think to do it something not so big, 'cause, you know, and then like, but do traction, we'll have a few months to kind of like
And the chamber.
support it in the chambers. I
Yeah.
think it's perfect. We can bring like some food, like some snacks for people get out of work, so, you know, we can maybe have somebody like sponsor some food.
yeah.
I'm gonna mention this just because there may be some, possibility for collaboration between
Yeah.
you guys and Elderly Affairs.
Okay. Yeah.
Elderly Affairs has an annual health and wellness fair, and they are gonna be hosting it in March upcoming year.
Perfect.
So in case there's any vendors or anything that you guys wanna
Yeah.
bring out to that, just let me know.
And this year we should have at least our presence at this
Yeah.
one, because
Yeah,
last year we just weren't prepared, we didn't even have a table.
Yeah, but, so just, I guess, keep up to date with me and I'll let you know, but,
Perfect.
we're finalizing the date, we currently have a date, but I think we may have to change it because of the school schedules.
But we can add it to the next meeting, then when
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
planning the entire year, so we can commit to.
Perfect.
Yeah, because it has to be presented to the
So
council anyway.
I'm thinking
We
May,
know what it is.
I mean, I don't know what would be more reasonable, like a Thursday afternoon, Wednesday, I don't know, you guys know better, like when people would have more traction on coming or availability. Like at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the afternoon.
Not sure, I mean,
Have you put it
I'll
on the-
probably know.
Sorry.
What day of the week?
What
Definitely
day
not
of the
Monday
week
or
is usually-
Friday.
That's
Most
not
people show
Monday,
up.
not a Friday.
Mhm.
I'm thinking like a
Wednesday,
Wednesday.
Thursday.
Wednesday, Thursdays usually tend to be the best, even Thursdays, just because it's like the end of the week
Cinco de Mayo.
almost. I always feel like a Thursday, people like to
Cinco
network.
de Mayo.
And it could be like a little networker
So you're
kind of
looking
thing.
for a Thursday in May?
We have a mariachi band.
Chela.
We have a mariachi band every day.
Yes. So definitely not the last weekend or the 25th.
So what I'll do is I'll
Memorial Day
put the
weekend.
hold, although I don't have approval, I'll put the
Yes.
hold so that we.
And
And
have
then by
the
March,
chamber
I'll have
available.
the-
Okay.
What day of May?
Wait, she's gonna, well, we can't do anything where there's a holiday, which will be Memorial Day weekend, which is the 25th, so nothing that week. Or the week before, because people go out of
The
town,
15th?
that makes sense, the 15th,
So look at the 15th.
yeah.
What is
Tentatively.
Peace Officers Memorial Day?
Council chamber.
What is that?
What's that?
It's a little
Memorial
calendar,
Day.
though.
Responding
Last Monday, May.
with compassion. And I would love to also get some like, hospital providers to come in, like especially from the Baker Act units like Larkin or Nicholas, because. They see a lot of these coming in and like what, giving tips, right, to parents, giving tips to the community, like what to do in this situation. You have no idea how many times I get calls from parents and like, where do I take my kid? They wanna hurt themselves right now. And they're terrified to even go to these places. They don't know what's gonna happen, what the process looks like, right? So maybe like desensitizing that process a little bit for the
I've
community.
actually been through that twice,
So
staying over the process.
and the whole thing, and it's a lot, it's overwhelming for the caregivers, for the person going through it. So maybe like just speaking out on it, hey, like, this is what
I think it will be
happened.
key how we promote it, because people. We'll talk more about that, but let's say I send it to my friend and what they see on the poster is like, oh, it has nothing to do with me. But if we present it to, this is what you do in the case of, like you said, oh, I went through that.
Mhm.
So it has to be very smart in the
Well, we
way
do the
to.
flyer and all that.
And you're probably gonna need a lot of personal outreach. I feel like that's something that
Mhm.
people will see on social media may not grab as much attention as somebody
Yes.
having that personal touch. So I think it will rely on you guys for
Correct.
that.
Yeah.
And I also will mention if you wanna talk to Hector,
Yeah,
because they had an event, or they tried hosting an event 2 years ago. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, and it was like related to mental health. It did not have a good turnout, but I think it has a lot to do with maybe we were relying on social media, and that's a sensitive
and
topic.
also remember guys, I
Say-
have the mental health providers. like,
Yeah, so
they
that
are
also
gonna-
helps. They're the
they're
ones
gonna-
that need to do
they're
that
the ones,
outreach.
Like, I'm gonna put that in that alliance.
But they do
And
the
they're gonna
healthcare.
come their
Yeah.
own by themselves. Also, a lot of them are in outreach and they wanna come in
Yeah.
and they wanna get educated as a mental health provider because they're out there selling their program, so they're gonna come in
Yeah.
and see what the police department is doing. It's gonna be like
Yeah.
handled a little bit, I
Yearly
think different
affair,
Yeah.
approach how we do it.
they do the health fair over at Mary Collins, so they usually do a big
Mhm.
job.
The health is gonna be at Roberto Alonso this year.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's more
They
of
usually do it
a
April.
business kind of thing.
I
This is
think
more like an educational.
Yeah, we're doing it in
workshop.
March. They're doing it in March.
So motion for May 15th, 2025.
Responding with compassion
Responding.
workshop.
Don't tase me, bro.
Just write down.
Don't
compassion.
take me, bro.
Can I get a second?
I second that motion. All in favor?
Yes.
So much, and I thought we were not gonna be productive.
Mayor?
Not ready, how fast?
May 15th.
Alright.
Okay, guys, so we are 3 minutes, away from end time. Anything else you guys wanna talk about? Any announcements, anything that you might wanna share with us? Nothing?
Unrelated, but I'm gonna mention it, in case you guys wanna help. One of our staff members always, gets donations for kids in Immokalee, I think it is, so he
Okay.
takes them up. And, I think he's fallen short with donors this year, so he's asking anybody who wants to support and bring out toys, to
Toys.
leave them in the tree there.
So I
It needs to be
think,
done by December 20th.
I do a toy drive every year and I'm always looking for organizations, like I do usually for my other Jardine clients and Homestead, but, tell them to send me an email. And then this year I'll do it for him. I think last year I collected over 500 toys.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I give him your number?
Yeah, perfect, because I didn't.
He called me this morning
That's
to remind
actually
me.
amazing and godsend because I didn't have an organization for this year and I was gonna be like, oh, does anybody know anybody that needs toys? Perfect, done. And I'll make the flyer and I'll collect it.
I think there's a community documentary that I think the videos and reviews.
I'm gonna.
Look at that,
I
Senator.
actually went with them tomorrow.
Synergy, I do, I always collect it for the Jardine, but I feel like I.
I want your toys next year.
Yes? Okay, why didn't you tell me?
I think he
that?
only needs
We'll
like
talk
about
camera.
100 if you
Tell you
want,
about
yeah.
Yeah, then I can
So-
talk for organizations, like you don't understand.
We
There's a
already
lot of-
finished our Christmas event for this year. I mean, I collected everything, but I'll tell you more.
So,
What?
I'm really hard, so.
And then last.
It's
year,
Valentine and I, we
I have organizations I work
we
with that
have a
collect toys.
foundation
What is it for? I love
for
it.
everything,
It's
everything. We help internationally and here.
Yeah.
We have a Christmas event that we go to Costa Rica. I go to Costa Rica.
All in February.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 'cause I was actually gonna, I'm like.
So what we
should I
do
collect
is
for?
that we give empty book bags to the community for them to fill it with toys, then give it back, and then we send them to Costa Rica to 4 schools. But the good thing is you can go with us to give it, so that is
Give
the
it to
beautiful
them.
part of it.
Oh, okay.
But this year we already did 670.
Yeah, that's a lot, it's a lot. All right, good, so now I got more places that I can donate to, because I'm like, what do I always like to pick a different organization.
There's,
And also,
Yes.
we get donations from Walmart, like food.
You know who
So
always
if you
gets
know
me up, and
anybody-
how we get so many is this law firm. I don't know who is this guy, and they do it, and he's like, Lindsay, you collect, Lindsay, you bring me tons of like
Well,
stuff, so,
We do his
The law
house, the
firm.
kids at his house,
yeah.
His house, yeah.
we do
His
that.
house is cool.
Yeah, we do his house. His house is,
Yeah, it's right
yeah,
here.
it's a place that, it has,
Amanda's the CEO, no?
immigrants. you know,
Oh.
Kids who are unaccompanied children,
Yeah.
immigrants from all over. And we did, for the Fourth of July, the Legion,
Mhm.
hosted the His House kids and had them right in the middle of the Fourth of July.
So
Yeah.
you do the flyer,
And
like,
So
right
we've
away.
been- we've been thinking about toys as well for this, for the nights.
Mhm.
This is here, because I had a donation from Walmart. I get random donations.
But do you
Have-
still need, or you're
No, I'm
good?
fine.
You're good.
I
Okay,
got
so
underwear
this
for
is good.
kids. I had like a pallet of underwear for
tell
kids.
me
I
that?
didn't know what to do with it, but. it's
No, that's
great.
exactly, yeah, you can,
Yeah.
you
This
can,
is a great.
yeah. it is
Now
that.
to be-
I mean, I never told you guys, we have this organization for 7 years.
Love it.
This is the way we get things
Yeah.
going is by the synergistic aspect.
Like, I
Yeah,
was
so-
like clothes drives, and then I go take them to like a
Yeah.
local somebody.
I mean, if you get a pallet of children's underwear, I mean, they
Yeah.
probably needs it at his house.
Oh.
Yeah, last year we got sandals, a whole
Sandals,
pallet of sandals, so. I
toys,
send it everywhere.
whatever.
I-
Yeah,
I
at
think
his
it's-
house, what I like about doing his house, it's local. It's
That's
local.
the thing.
Exactly. We can help people locally.
It's
That's the
always
key.
the best thing, that's what I always like to
Yeah.
do, like, I look, like, I literally go and I take, put the gifts in my garden, I go to homes and I give them to the children, I do like the
Yes.
whole thing, so, cause I like to see who gets it.
Yeah.
All right.
And since we're doing announcements Monday at,
This is great.
I can help you, okay, good.
I mean, I'm in meetings every week. for-
Wait, guys, let me adjourn so we can continue talking off camera. So,
Okay.
we're all good, right?
Yes.
Meeting adjourned at 10:32.
So tomorrow or Monday on the
Is
25th.
this,
Yeah, it's his house.
Yeah.
I have a point of contact. I can get you the information.
that would be great. Because the thing is, we have, like, we partner with so many people that they don't know what to do. They donate it to us and then we
You
don't know what to
Didn't
do.
with it either.
But we
Exactly.
also have a souvenir store.
I love that.
Let me wait for it.
So
Being a little.
anyway, so I work with, besides the Legion, I work with the Knights of Columbus, and they have charities throughout the world.